Corrine.
Oh, God. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, somebody get me a beer stat. All right. Hey everybody, welcome to Curious Times. It's a Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. It's Saturday night, January 7th, in the year 2017. Anyway, Kimber is our guest. Corrine DeWinter is our guest interviewer. I got something in my eye and I don't want to be rubbing my eye. And so anyway, I'm not winking at you, Dan, okay? I just got something in my eye. Okay, Dan? If I'm waggling my eyebrows at you, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, okay. Anyway. Oh my God, now also I'm gonna waggle my eyebrows. Okay, Kimber's here. Corrine DeWinter is here to interview Kimber. We'll do readings later if anybody's there that hasn't been had a reading with Kimber before, or even if you have a spare couple of hours, and then we have time to do a reading for you, Kimber. And who's that? I'm gonna get one. Amy's gonna get one. Excellent. Okay, that's good. So where was I? What was I saying and doing? And okay, what's coming up at Curious Times tomorrow? Dr. Ida Green. Monday, Michael John Piero, numerologist. He'll be here to talk about the new year in terms of what the numbers tell us we should expect. Melissa Bruce, our astrologer, is here on Tuesday. Kathleen Moore is here Wednesday. Thursday, Alicia will be interviewing the great Jen Young. And this is like take two. Alicia interviews Jen Young, take two, action. Selva is here next Friday, and a week from tonight. It feels like it's been forever. It feels like I haven't talked to her since last year. It's Yvette Howell. And she's one of my favorite people, you know what I mean? Not to say that anybody else isn't, but like I don't get to see Yvette very often, and she's only 7 days apart from me, year and everything. Like, so she was born the same year as me, 7 days after. We're kind of, you know what I mean? Mostly born under the same stars or something like that. Anyway, whatever. That's it. That's that. I don't really think I have any much else to say. Corinne De Winter is an author, a poet, the host of Supernatural Radio. She is also famous, known around the world as the owner of purpleplates.com. She's been interested in the paranormal for many years, and she's investigated and studied many metaphysical topics. She is also, of course, as we all know, beginning to hone her own psychic abilities, and as her abilities improve, her confidence does it as well. Find her on Broken Talk Radio at Supernatural Radio whenever she's doing a show, and www.purpleplates.com, and just look up Corinne De Winter on Facebook. And so Kimber is a great mystery. She is the great mystery, of course. We have no idea what she looks like. And she's a clairvoyant, she's a psychic, a medium, a healer, she's a bone reader, a stone reader, an aura reader, she's an empath. She will read you, your dog, your shoe, your stick of spaghetti. She will read anything. And she can also connect with the other side and give messages from spirits, guides, animals, animal guides, and angels. And she's also a healer, and she can you also utilize psychometry. Following a near-death experience, Kimber noticed her abilities grew stronger, and she felt a need to do more with them. She continues to find her purpose and to help heal and work with others in any way she can. And you can connect with her on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Kimber-lee Psychic Medium 1. And that's number 1, not the word 1. Here is Kimber. And here's Corey. Okay, I could go longer. You guys both know that. How's it going?
Okay, I hope I'm not echoing.
You're fine.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this interview, Kimber.
Yeah, hi.
But don't be nervous.
Yeah.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah. No, I know you're sweet. You're good.
Oh, okay. We'll see how sweet I am when I turn into Barbara Walters.
I have a question. Who in your recollection, Kimber? I couldn't remember your name for a second, even though it's right in front of my face. Who in your recollection have you ever not called sweet?
Well, there's been a few.
Okay.
No,
and
there has.
Who all have you not called beautiful, Corinne? Okay. Never mind. You do not need to name me, okay, specifically. So I'll just step back and let you guys do your thing. Work your magic.
Okay. Hi, Kimber. And so can I ask, what did you do today, just out of curiosity?
Sure. I did some paperwork, some computer stuff. I'm trying to work on my computer. It's been just running awful right now, and I'm not very good on them. So I was doing that, some work stuff, and a little bit of time for me, and preparing for tonight. So some things around the house. It's been a busy day, kind of an odd day too. So but it's all good. I've been very excited for tonight and to talk with you. It's always great.
Okay,
so,
good.
Yeah.
I tried to look you up, and I did read a tiny bit about you, basically just what's here on Kimber, on Chris's page here. So as she said, we don't know a lot about you. I hope by the end of this interview we will know a lot more about you, because we are interested, Kimber. And I just want to ask one question first before I really start. What does one rose have to do with you? It's interesting there's someone named Rose in the chat because I wrote this down for you. One rose. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, that could mean a couple things. Rose is my favorite flower, for one. It's significant to someone that has passed. I do have a antique rose handmade thing that's been passed down from generations. Usually on my wall right now it's packed away. Rose is very significant. I had a best friend Rose for many years. So yeah, it as I said, it's kind of my flower. I guess.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And do I understand that you did lose a husband?
No.
Oh, I thought, okay. Someone told me that you were a widow. I guess they were incorrect. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
You're like, no, not yet. I didn't lose one yet.
No.
So maybe next week.
No. I know you're a good psychic.
And then I'll be, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I just said no. So I don't know.
Okay, so now when you talk about your near-death experience, and maybe you have spoken about this before, but I wondered, I don't remember you talking about it. Can you kind of tell me about that near-death experience?
Sure. Yeah. Well, what happened? It's probably, I'd say maybe 9 years or so, and I had kidney stones. Ended up really, really sick, going to the hospital, finding out that had kidney stones, and one was actually like stuck, and to the point where it was extremely large too, and they said that if I didn't have it taken out, I would die, and I had to have surgery to have it taken out, but meanwhile I had to have a stent put in so that I could make it telesurgery, and it was extremely large, so they considered it dangerous. So it was a little bit before I could get in, and when I did, I went in, and they have a machine that breaks them up, and when it did, it ruptured my kidney. And yeah, I ended up with a blood clot like the size of a football, and I was bleeding internally and ended up dying for briefly. It was just a beautiful experience, though, to me. I mean, I was in extreme, horrible pain to the point where I just wanted to die when it happened. When it first happened and they brought me in and they wanted to fly me to a different place to because they didn't think they could handle it there, but I knew as well that I wouldn't make it, and I kept telling them that, and I've never flown before too, so I didn't want to fly neither. But I kept telling them I wouldn't make it, and there was this amazing surgeon who came in, and because I had kept telling them, that I'm dying. I know, your body, and you know when it's happening. And I kept telling them that, and I actually, when they first did it, I ended up spending the whole night and into the next day before they finally kept I kept telling them, and then they listened. Well, this doctor, this amazing surgeon came in because they were all panicking because I had lost so much blood internally, and this one that I have known, he dropped what he was doing, came and saved me. When he came, I seen this beautiful gold aura around him. And I told him, I said, I'm dying, please help me. And he said, I know, and I'm going to, and I'm going to save you, and which he did. As I said, I did, briefly, it was an experience. I wasn't scared at all through the whole thing. I had been in an extreme, unreal amount of pain, to the point where you just almost want to die. And as I was going through it all, there's so many things that go through my head, and so many different things. And I'm a fighter, and I just kept, just fighting and knowing that I can do it. There was that little part of me, too, that went, well, hey, maybe, what would it be like, that kind of curiosity. And also it was such a beautiful and amazing experience in the piece, and just kind of being almost there, like watching it all, but yet it's really hard to explain. But it wasn't a bad experience like some people may say or may have had. Mine was a very beautiful and amazing, and as painful and hard as it was, it's something that I feel I was meant to do and meant to go through. Part of it, my path, it was something that opened up a lot of things for me, and I feel like...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I feel I kind of had a choice. I think we all do. And I briefly kind of just thought of, I didn't want to leave everyone else and more to stay here for others than anything, if you know what I mean on that.
Yeah. Did you, was your near-death experience much like, I know everyone's is different in some manner, but so you're saying that when you actually got to the point of dying for however many minutes, what did you see exactly, Kimber?
I was more outside of myself and watching kind of and seeing, and there was spirit next to me. There was someone with me. I could feel, and I knew. And it was a peaceful, a beautiful experience. It was something that I was not afraid in any way. It was almost, exciting. But I was just told it wasn't my time, not meant to go yet, and I knew that as well. Definitely felt many other spirit around, but there was one right next to me. I could see everything that was going on, them, working on me and panicking and everything happening, and it was, I could hear, and even during the whole thing, it was not scary at all, though. It was a good experience. It was something that I...
Did you see, angels or light beings or anything like that?
I didn't see big bright lights aside from the, as I said, the golden aura around him. I didn't see a tunnel or anything like that like others have. But I felt and seen others' spirits around. I did feel angel presence. I felt, as I said, one next to me and many spirits around me. I definitely was not alone. I felt peaceful. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel alone. I didn't feel a need to worry. As I said, it was a beautiful experience. I seen it all happening, and as I said, I could feel and hear it during the time, because before it was such an extreme amount of pain, just horrible, horrible pain.
I know. It's like, I've only been in that kind of pain once in my life where you just don't even think you're going to live through it. It's just so painful. And I mean, on a physical level, I'm talking. I've been heartbroken countless times, but I mean, on a physical level, only once. And I was like, I am going to die from this pain. This pain is so I think I know what you're talking about with that. But yeah, so that's interesting. So you believe that probably, was something to do with your future, obviously, that you had this experience. Now, I ask a lot of people this question, what is the last book that you read, Kimber?
Actually, I had reread one that I had read a long time ago when I was younger, and that was Watership Down, which is odd, but I had read that way, way back, and I just had it and felt the need to read it, and just recently, actually, the author passed away too, but I had read that, and that was probably a couple months back, because I'm not a big reader of the actual paper books, and if that's what you meant, that's what otherwise I do all kinds of reading online and whatnot, but
right.
and I have
I just wondered, because when I say, but you could read a book online, you could read articles online. I just wondered what book you had read. I've never read Watership Down, actually. I should get to that one of these days because that's a classic,
Yeah, it was good. Definitely.
Now, who was the author of that? I don't know.
Right now my mind's just blank and I cannot think of his name. Okay. But he just recently passed, like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, we know. I've been reading. I just finished this book last night called Angels of Mercy. It came out 23 years ago. I'm a little late on the. I've read about angels for years. You probably know a lot about angels. But so this was a really good book. It's by Rosemary Ellen Guiley. But I just want to, and this is in kind of in line with what Selva was talking about last night with a woman who called when she found the black container behind her refrigerator that was from Peru. And Selva said that it was Mamba, a sort of a religion here. And I thought she might have, that might have been Candomblé. Okay, so I'm just going to read this for a purpose, just for a second. Candomblé is a form of Santeria. It's a Brazilian religion adopted from Africa that emphasizes communion with nature as the path to guidance and enlightenment. According to this faith, we can receive truth and wisdom by approaching the spirits of nature with an attitude of humility and good intentions. The angels of this religion are known as Orishas. Orishas are immaterial beings who act as helpers to Oluran, the god of Candomblé, and each is aligned with an element of nature, much like the Hindu devas. Chango, for example, is the Orisha of thunder, and Ocean is the Orisha of romantic love and fertility. They make up a family of over 400 members, with Oshala as the father of Orishas and Yamanja as the mother. Okay, so in Candomblé, much like, a lot of things about Santeria, you can cast a curse on someone if you would like, as Selva referred to last night in her reading with that woman. If you knew someone put a curse on you, Kimber, what would you do?
Well, I wouldn't give it power, number one, and I wouldn't, believe in that and give it the power, number one. But I do believe that there are certain, like, powerful shaman and powerful ones that, maybe witches or different, many different ones that, sorcerers and whatnot that can do those things. And I would do everything in my power to, clear and take care of and do everything that I've been taught by many wonderful, wonderful people. And so then I also would seek the help if I felt it was something very, very strong and something that I couldn't take care of myself, which I believe I can quite a bit. So, but if it was something like that, then I definitely would go to, I know several amazing shaman, and that would be my first and foremost what I would do is go to them and ask them for help.
Okay. And speaking of shamans, are you Native American?
No, I'm not. It's my way. I definitely, follow, seek, and believe and love, and I'm drawn to and feel that, and in my heart, and which I know is not the same as blood, and I have so much respect for the ways, and it is my way and my path, and it's what I'm drawn to. But I'm not. I'm actually Norwegian. Yeah, mainly. A couple other things.
White as you can get it.
Yeah, blonde, blue-eyed, and But as I said, in my heart and in my ways, and I feel it in past lives, and that's what I'm drawn to, and it's what I love, and if I could be, I definitely, I.
Well, yeah, I think Kimber, I don't think you necessarily have to be Native American to. I mean, unless you're like somebody like we all know that lies and says, I'm Native American and blah, 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 blah. I mean, but that is your heart. That is in your heart. So that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's my path. That's what I'm drawn to. And it is my heart. And that's what counts. And that is what I've learned and what what I seek and what I feel, and it's it's my way, and I feel everybody's kind of drawn to what they're meant to be, no matter how they are, and everything, it's all just, we're all one, we're all the same, we're all part of each other, we're all spirit, energy, love, and it doesn't matter really what we are on the outside, and it's what we believe and what way we need to be. And that I feel the need to be, right. In that way, not necessarily right. That, but as I said, that is what I'm drawn to. So, but I always wished I had the dark hair and the dark eyes, and I was always blonde and blue-eyed and not that. Right. But I had tan, so I could get pretty dark, but I am fairly white, and as Chris said, as white as he can be,
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being white. Okay.
No.
Well, Kimber, as you know, probably, I mean, I don't know if you've ever read, for instance, Black Elk Speaks, or any of the, really like Bibles, so to speak, of Native American history. But Anyways, the point is this. For years ago, I learned that the Native Americans did not really like their pictures being taken because they felt that it stole their souls, that it captured their souls. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Is this why you don't show your picture?
Well, there's several reasons, but that, is one I don't often and, may eventually, but yeah, it's one, there's several reasons. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not because you're not pretty, because you just said you're blonde and blue-eyed, right?
Yeah.
Is it that you're too pretty? You're going to stun us all?
No.
She doesn't
No.
look like want to just go hide our ugly faces,
No. Of course not. No, nothing like that. No, not at all.
Well, do you mind, like, telling me why you don't want to show your picture? And then I'm going to tell you why I'm asking this question.
Sure. Well, one issue is privacy issues for right now, currently, and for a while I had a stalker issue, and it was a dangerous one, and so I was advised to kind of, keep more of a low profile and to not really put that out at this time, and that's why I said eventually I probably will, but because of certain issues, and so
she's really like on the top 21 at FBI or whatever, I think.
Yeah. No. I'm naughty, but I'm not a criminal. But I can't be naughty.
I'm not even not a criminal.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why you don't want to show your pictures, because you had a stalker. I understand that completely. And I didn't know, I had no idea that was one of the reasons that you didn't want to show your picture. And then I thought, okay, so I had this dream last night that has to do with this. And it was that I was in some kind of garden or something. I don't know where I was, but there was like misty water coming down, like almost like droplets of rain. And there were these beautiful green plants with flowers, and there was hummingbirds, Kimber. And I put my hand under one of the branches where there was the flowers, and the rain or whatever it was coming down on my palm. And the hummingbird came down on my palm and ate out of my palm. And then my friend Dennis, who just died, was there, and he said, "See, you can't see me, but my hands are here to help you, but you don't need to see me." Okay. So I'm saying, like, my curiosity, and most of us here, about what you look like, why it's like, okay, so why can't we immediately believe something that we cannot see? Or because, I mean, hey, listen, I live on faith anyways. But I mean, so that curiosity, though, about who are you? Could you be this really sweet woman that thinks everyone's fantastic? And you know what I mean? It's kind of like we need to see your blood a little bit.
Give up some blood, eh? Well, I've done that to the point where I've been drained empty, so and I survived. But yeah, like I said, eventually, yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
Oh, I understand that. So yeah.
Okay, but so, if I was to say, and people have asked me this question, who are you? If I asked you, who are you, Kimber-lee? Who are you? What would you say?
Who am I? I'm me. I don't know. I'm unique. I'm different. I'm spirit. I'm a gypsy. I'm a free spirit. I'm love. I'm all about love.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm many things. I'm an old soul. I guess that there's just so many ways to basically just.
Yeah.
But I'm just
right.
me.
Okay. Are you happy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm happy. I'm almost always happy, but I do have my moments. I have my times. We all do, you know. So I mean, I can be sad, or I can be, you know, just be. I can be unhappy, but for the majority of the time, I'm happy, and it's something I just am, and kind of always have been that way. But I don't know. I just find it.
Well, I'm wondering, Kimber, and there's no reason to question why someone's happy and why they can be happy. That is, we make our own reality, really, in our lives. But I wondered if you had suffered something with, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just going to throw this out there, and I'm not trying to give you a psychic reading here, but I wondered if you had withstood something very painful in your childhood that made you really stick to your belief in magic because you had to.
Yeah, and you're good. See, because it definitely. I had several things, but yeah, there was some big important ones, and I've always believed in magic, and I still do, and I always will.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, but yeah, it is something that I've always worked with, always needed, always just had and believed in, and exactly, it was something from when I was very young. And I've went through many traumatic and many hard things throughout my life, and many difficult things, but that's what made me me. And that's how I grew, that's what made me grow and learn, and it's lessons that I learned, and many people, and both good and bad, and very bad, and things that I experienced and learned. And but as I said, it's all what makes you strong. It's what made me me. So I guess as hard as much as it is and was, and just like the near death experience and going through it all is part of the path that I needed to take, and as hard as a lot of it is and was, and probably still will be, I'm sure. But that's all life. There's the good and the bad, and
Totally. Yeah, you're right. So in this Angels book that I finished reading last night, this man, his name was Eddie Burks. He's since passed away, but he relays the story of he was a medium and a ghost hunter too, and he relays the story of an encounter with who he thought was Lucifer, and it is that he saw this being that gave him 3 messages, and this being had a black cape on, and his face was dark. It wasn't like African American. It was dark, but it also had a light to it. And he didn't have a pitchfork or anything, or horns or anything like that. He was very, very handsome. And when this Lucifer type person, or Lucifer himself, opened his cape, the cape was the brightest silvery white ever. And the messages he gave to Eddie were that he wanted to go, he was really in the position now appointed by God to do all these things like tempt people, cause fights, this type of thing. So it's very interesting, these messages that he gave. But anyways, if there was a bad side to Kimber, what would that bad side of Kimber do? Who's bad Kimber? Is there a bad Kimber? I'm not calling you Lucifer. No.
Yeah. No, fortunately, I've never met him and don't plan on it. So. But I've met some that were similar in the past. So, but no, I don't know. I'm sure I've done bad things, and I guess more naughty, than bad. I guess I would define it. And how do you define bad?
I mean, bad is like, I guess, that's true, because how would I define bad things I've done? Well, I can tell you the bad things I've done, and but you guys might not consider them totally bad. But so what's the worst thing you've ever done, Kimber, if you don't mind telling us?
Yeah. Geez. That's a hard one because, like I said, I've never really been in much trouble aside from, like teenage trouble.
That's okay if you haven't done anything bad,
I mean, I've done bad stuff, but let's see. I guess to me, what feels really bad and what I felt really bad is I've had to let go of people in my life that were people that I loved and that were, even blood, not all, but yet to me they still are the same and as important. But I've had to make choices to let people go, and ones that either I couldn't help or ones that I just couldn't allow in my life anymore. And to me, I felt bad, at doing it. And I felt really, to the point, as I said, I gave many years and many opportunities and some even lifetime, pretty much most of my lifetime. But I got to the point where, and that is something that also after going through the experience that I did, that all the more that I learned to do that, because life is precious and it is short, and there are people sometimes that you just have to kind of cut them cords and let that go. And I guess I still, there's some to this day that I feel really bad, and so I guess I consider that the ones that I gave up trying to help for whatever reason I couldn't, or that they didn't want to, or ones that I wanted to and couldn't, so I guess there's that, but
right. So that's probably the worst thing that you feel like most sorry for, is having to let go of people in your life that were no good for you.
Yeah, I felt really bad about it because I want to give everybody, I want to do what I can and be there and give everybody love and be part of their life, or try to help them, especially if they're ones in really need, and also just to, especially ones that are, as I said, blood, or ones that you are very close to, but come to that point. And so, yeah, I feel really bad, and I feel like I'm failing and I'm a bad person that I can't, and that I, haven't been able to, but also I've gotten to the point where I accepted that and that you can't, and you can't always help everyone, and not everyone wants your help, and that sometimes you have to burn that bridge, and even if it's so that you don't cross it again yourself.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not good at kicking people out of my life, but I know exactly what you're talking about. So it is important to have self-preservation, you know, but I don't know that term, so.
you know, I mean, and then for bad, like I said, it's define bad and depends on what stage in life, I mean, I have really no legal problems. I never really, I've never done no criminal, as I said, nothing, but it's all in how we look at it, and I feel everybody does bad and does good, and it's what we all learn from, and and I think a lot of times we can be hardest on ourselves,
Right. Now, lions and tigers. No bears, but lions and tigers. In The Wizard of Oz, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. But lions and tigers, what do they mean in your life? Because I think they do mean something.
Oh, they do. Definitely. I'm a cat person of all forms, and lions and tigers and totems, spirit animals, definite influence. Archetypes, and hummingbirds, that was something too when you mentioned that. That is one of mine. So I just wanted to let you know that too for confirmation, because when you brought that up, and I was going to say it, but I get like a million things going through my mind at times.
Yeah.
And if I don't either write it down or say it, but as I just wanted to mention that to you so you're aware of that, because hummingbirds are very important to me. But yes, lions, tigers. Cats,
Right.
Always,
right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say I'm always purring, and, I'm a cat person, and, I used to rescue many and had so many at one point, and, yeah, so you're picking up on that for sure. Yep, lions, tigers, all that. Love them.
So if you could be an animal, would it be a cat or a lion or a tiger?
It probably would be. Now that is hard because I am a big animal lover, and at times that answer would have changed from horse to wolf to the black jaguar, to many different things. But yes, definitely, it would be, the cat family. It would be probably black jaguar,
Right.
Definitely, that. But as I said, throughout the years, my answer would have changed. Because I'm so connected with so many, and, would have been wolf or horse, but yeah. So yeah, you picked that up as well, and for me, they're very extremely animal connection.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't such a stretch since you are so into Native American stuff. I mean, that's, animals go hand in hand with that, of course. But I knew when I had the dream about the hummingbird, it had something to do with you, because I was thinking about interviewing you last night before I had the dream. And so, yeah, thanks for telling me that. Is there some dream that you have right now that you want to come through in the next, or would like to see materialize in the next, year or two? Is there a dream in your heart, or are you just really, as they say, living the dream? Like you're just, you're happy to just be in the circumstances that you're in? Like, what would make your life better in the next year?
Um, well, there's something that I have wanted for quite a while, and and that is a big move.
Strider?
Yeah, oh, definitely. That's the top of my bucket list for sure. That's what I want more than anything in the whole wide world, but yeah. So there you go. That was the answer. Oh. Now I totally lost it. I barely even remember what you said. I'm sorry. My mind went to him.
What do you need, etc.
No, I said, what would make your life better in the next year? And what would happen to make your life better in the next year?
Okay, I'm sorry. I totally lost it hearing that. A move would be good. I'm happy where I'm at, but I want something different. It's something that I've, kind of been looking forward to and wanting and planning and waiting for the right time. And so, a physical move, somewhere else, somewhere where I need to be. Right now is good. I've been here for a while and I don't mind it. And if I have to stay, I will. But I'm looking forward to change and a move.
Is it Colorado?
That is a place that I thought of. That is a state that of any I've been there and I love more than, pretty much any. It was just a magical place. So that is one that I've thought of. But I've also thought of out east. So yeah, that's good that you picked that up because that is a dream state for me. So in a way, when you said about dream, because I've been there and the mountains were magic and it was just an amazing, beautiful place and I want to go back. And that was some place that I've always thought of, but I'm not sure if that's going to be it. So I'm still kind of up in the air. But that is just the most beautiful place ever.
It is. It is very beautiful in Colorado, indeed. So I have to stop myself from trying to give you a reading, Kimber.
That's great. Well, we connect well, and if nothing else, we'll have to do that another time. I would be honored and love to.
So, can I ask you? Because I'm pretty sure you don't have a boyfriend right now.
No.
Okay, but I'm not sure. It's none of my business. I'm sorry, but but I know that you could, but for some reason you're stopping it, and I don't know why. But
yeah.
But is there something about Kimber? I know this is a little bit personal, but I mean, is there something about you that you say all this, all these beautiful things, and you have this heart, and you believe in magic. Do you believe in yourself?
For the most part, yeah, but at times, I mean, I have wonder and doubt, but for the most part, yeah, I do, but it's just so much, life and timing, I guess, and what's right, and I don't know. So as you said, it's what I feel and waiting.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Deb is saying in the chat room she finds this whole interview a little too personal. So, do you think it was too personal?
No.
Kimber?
No. No, it's good. It's all good. I'm fine. But yeah,
Kimber is expert at dodging the questions she doesn't want to answer, and it's fine. Everything's fine. Kimber's a big girl, and she can take care of herself, right, Kimber?
Yeah, and I am definitely, as Chris said, I'm a woman of mystery. And I rarely do answer personal stuff. And so, yeah, you Barbara Walters me. You got it out of me. You're good. No, of course I would give it up to you. You're beautiful, Karen. You're amazing. So no, of course I'll give, definitely I'll tell you guys and give of me. You've known me for years. I'm me.
I know. And I appreciate your patience and understanding, because I do like to get personal, and I don't mean to insult you or push you into anything you don't want to do, but you did perfectly fine.
Thanks, I hope so, because I was a little bit nervous. Usually I'm not, but yeah. Chris made me nervous, too, the other night.
No, but okay, so that brings us to the end of the interview. And once again, I want to say thank you so very much for letting me interview you. And I think we do know you a little bit better, Kimber, and I appreciate that.
Yay! Well, thank you. And I appreciate the opportunity. It was great and wonderful. And
if there's time after you give the readings, because I know there's a bunch of people waiting to get readings from you.
Oh, you get to go first. You get to go first because you're the interviewer.
No, I don't want to go first because I know that other people want the readings, Chris, and I want one too, but I would like her to just take a break from me for a minute. You know what I mean? Like.
You're cute.
All right, we'll do a song and then we'll go on. So I only see Amy really, but I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. I'll look up the road a little bit. But here, we'll just do a song.
Sure.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. The leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. The night's magic seems to whisper and hurt. The soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. Yet I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you'll run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And every time you just tremble inside. Then I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? cover of October skies. All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breeze that blows. And I'm trying to place to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft low. In all the night magic seems to whisper and hush. In all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your place. Till I just have one more moon dance with you, oh my love. Till I just make some more romance with you, oh my love. One more moon dance with you in the moonlight on a magic night. La 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 the moonlight on a magic night. Can I just have one more dance with you, my love?
All right, we are back. Stop. Okay. And so we're back. We're going to do a couple of readings now, and that could take 3 hours because Kimber, we're just teasing. So it looks like it's going to be Amy and then Popeye and then Corrine. And so that's what it looks like for me anyway. So so here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab Amy. Hi, Amy. How are you?
Hi, how are you this evening?
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Anyway, I don't think, maybe I've gotten like a little reading from Kimber before.
There's no
but,
such thing as a little reading.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was, or maybe it was just a general or something, but I do have a specific, I have to make some major changes. I have to make some major changes in my life, and and it's not like, oh, I have to, but I'm just sitting here on the couch waiting for the fabric to fuse to my butt. I mean, and I've been doing some stuff, but if you could just, it mostly surrounds career. So if you could just speak to that, it would be awesome. And I loved your interview, and you did such a great job. Corrine did such a good job of being Barbara Walters and, and seeing if you would answer the questions, but you did just such a wonderful job of, being interesting, but it's so funny to see someone who doesn't want to tell everybody they meet every little detail. It was fascinating. I was like, wow, I wonder if I could try to do that. But everyone's different. But I was fascinated by your ability to not tell every little thing. I was really fascinated by it. It could probably help me in job interviews. But anyway, speaking of, what do you see?
Yeah, yay! I always love talking to you, Amy. Thank you. I'm so happy that you called in. And I love your comments. Thanks. Career, I see a lot of big changes and some very good things coming to you this year and into next year even. Money, you are going to really, you already do well, but you're going to really do very, very well, especially by the end of the year, come fall and winter. Your finances are going to be much, much better. You're going to be a very happy woman. Things are going to start to, I'm getting like roll in. I just see like roll the dice. I don't think that you gamble, but yet I just see like money coming in. New opportunities. I feel that you've worked with what you've done for quite a long time, but I see some doors opening, new opportunities happening for you, meeting new people. Get yourself out there a little bit more. You already do, but I think a little bit more some social events, and you're going to end up networking. You're very, very good at what you do, and just an amazing soul and a sweet spirit, and you have this energy, and people are drawn to you, and your knowledge and just the wisdom that you have, the experience, the communication. You're a very good communicator. So you're going to meet a lot of people, not only that you're going to mentor, but that also are going to mentor you. So you're going to end up this year meeting some new people that are going to help you with the career, with your work-wise, but also some friendships. I know that
you see places. Can you see? I don't mean to interrupt when you're on a roll, but
Go ahead.
you see, you don't have to give me the street name, and but north, south, east, west.
North. North, and I don't know why Morris comes up. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Morris?
Morris, yes. I don't know what that means or why that comes up. Morris County, Morris.
Let's see.
If there's somewhere in that area, or maybe it's a street, because I almost see it's like a street sign, Morris Street, Morris Drive. But Morris County could be. Just kind of keep your eyes open on that. North. I feel north is being very good. You're going to be pulled towards that. Traveling, though, it's so much traveling. I get a lot of traveling. I'm shown a lot of movement, both physical but also career-wise, the movement. Traveling's going to help. You're going to be doing some, not only meeting the people, it seems almost like a seminar type or some type of educational place. I picture a lot of people. You're at a very social event. You're going to network with some of the right connections that are going to be very important to you, very, very good career-wise. And you know what keeps coming up, and I know Chris is going to go, but the L word, the love, keeps coming up. I keep seeing that.
Oh, I don't even want that. I'm done. I decided that I'm done, but
well, it feels.
But then, I mean, I wouldn't be done if I met the right person. But I'm done. Yeah. Anyway, so interesting. And I just looked up Morris, and that is within the realm of possibility.
Is it good? Because there's something about Morris. There's going to be something. You're going to be there, and I feel that that's going to be an important part.
And you're right about the thing. In fact, that networking thing. Because next week not next week, the week after next, I'm going to Los Angeles to speak at this really important conference. It's this organization that I kind of got blackballed from a couple years ago. But it's a huge it's huge. It's like freaking huge. I can't even explain how huge this is. And it does feel like it's like a total turning point in my because I had this 10-year thing, I got breast cancer, a whole bunch of really bad things happened, and then they just kept happening and happening. But I feel like I'm like at a turning point. So what you said about the speed, the travel thing, that was spot on, and the money thing was that everything you're hitting on is actually in the cards. It's almost like a and then it was like after it happened, like the interview happened, it was so funny. I was like, I don't want a cigarette, and then I was like, oh, I forgot that I had smoked my last cigarette, and then I went down to the car because like sometimes there's just cigarettes like in the it's like I'll take one out, but then I don't, whatever. And I found this whole unopened pack of cigarettes, so felt like I was like in a little, I feel like I'm in a bit of a whatever. Anyway, so love, I would prefer not to, but if I must.
Yeah, well, keep open, keep not only your mind open, but your heart open and your eyes as well, and just as a possibility. And I feel that love and the love interest and, just the connection. But I also feel a lot more loving of yourself too as well. This is going to be a year where you're going to really start to.
Oh yeah, because what I realized had happened, because after I got cancer and then Keith, like a whole bunch of things, and I don't want to bore everybody with all the gory details, but it wasn't like I settled. It's like I had that. Like I had what do you call it? Like kind of, when you get, like when people kidnap you and you get, like when you get kidnapped and you start having compassion for the people who kidnap, whatever, or like battered woman syndrome or something like that. It was like, oh yeah, this is as good as it's ever going to get, and I'm lucky to even have this. And then it was like, wait a minute, like a week ago, someone told me to start making some changes, and I listened to them, and it happened like so fast. Like usually, they say that, it takes like, I don't know, whatever. So anyway, it's very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's something that you're just.
Just so you know, there's one more person in there, so just so you know, time-wise.
Okay, sorry. It's just something I feel you're really going to do strong and well with, and it's going to be a very good year, and believe and love and trust in yourself, and know that it's going to be a very good growing year.
Yeah, well, I thought it was really weird that you picked up, because some of this stuff I might have talked about, but it was really weird that you picked up on the conference or whatever it was, because that conference is huge, because they stopped loving me. And that was all part. There was like a whole bunch of whatever. But anyway, that was very helpful. Go on to the next person so that Chris will still love me.
Hey, it's not. Oh, no, I would not.
No, I got this. It's I got everything I needed.
All right. Excellent. Hey, Amy, thank you, darling. And
thank you.
Oops, sorry, I hit you too soon. It's going to be Popeye, then Mimi, then you can wrap up with a 6-hour reading for Corrine.
Sure.
Popeye, if you're ready, unmute yourself, okay? Because I don't want to play the unmuting game with you. Popeye, whenever you're ready. And there you are. How's it going?
Yeah, all is going great. How are you tonight?
Pretty good, thank you.
Great. Well, I just kind of wanted to know what the people on the other side, or the universe, or any power other than myself, wants to communicate to me.
Sure. Definitely. Give me one moment here.
Please stand by.
Yeah, sorry. I was just
Season.
Can we sing the Jeopardy song?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you have so many spirits around you, and so it's kind of like moving them around a little bit and see who comes in first here for you. And
okay.
yeah, I'm getting an older gentleman. He is dressed in like farmer type suit or farmer type outfit, I should say, not suit. Feels blood related, grandfatherly image. Much love for you. Coins showing me coins. I don't know if he gave you coins or coins are a message or a significance. Some kind of confirmation, but showing me coins, either he gave them to you or something, or collected them. I'm getting like a picture of something on his wall. Maybe he was a coin collector. It feels like grandfather, very proud of you. It says, is just comes around you. Did you do a lot of education? It seems like it just says something hardworking, very hardworking, educated, proud of education, and the work that you do. Feeling and picking up health, holistic, spiritual work. Mediumship, strong mediumship. He also helps guide you with some of that. It as I said, it feels definitely a generation connection, and that he had abilities as well. Pass them down through to you. There's other ones around you too. And even some animals as well. You have a strong animal connection.
That's funny. The cat just turned her head as you said that.
What was that?
I'm sorry, I was a little gurgly.
No, go ahead. No, please interrupt, because sometimes I just go and go. So anytime, really, please do.
Well, it was just kind of cute because at the time that you said that about me having a strong connection with animals, the cat just turned her head and looked up at me.
Oh, sweet. Yes, and she loves you. You have a very, very beautiful connection with animals, and I feel that's been a lifelong gift of yours and something that you do. And yeah, she seems just very loving, very sweet. Does she smile? Because I just see her smiling. She almost seems like one of them that can actually give you a smile. She's very happy. Yeah, she seems like she looks at you and she smiles, or she tries to. She so much love. And then do you have other cats too? Because either there's another one in spirit or you have another cat.
Well, there's both, but yes, I do have another live cat here.
Okay.
Who's in this world with us.
Okay, yep.
Two of them and I share this house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, yep, I definitely get the two energies, and very strong, beautiful, loving. Was one a rescue? Because I get one saying, rescued me.
Well, yes, actually both were, but one more recently than the other. And probably more severe than the other.
Okay, yeah, because, yeah, they both just are very loving, very grateful, very just so extremely, they feel it, they know, and you did, you rescued them, you made a huge difference, you saved them, and especially the one just feels just overwhelmed, full of love for what you've done. You're very caring, you work with animals, I feel that you also have healing hands, you've done like, even unknowingly, you've done a lot of healing with animals, people as well, but animals seems a big focus for you.
Well, I have made medicine my life's career, and at times the human beings that I have worked upon were actually better classified as animals, but, you know, a person is a person, a soul is a soul. It's not for us to make judgments. It's for us to help each other and do what we can for each other.
Yes, definitely. And that's a beautiful way to look at it, and that's what we're here for you know, and we all have our different paths to take, and I feel that you found yours and that you do it and you do it well, and you have for a long time.
Yes, and I'm seeking something different.
Different? Because, yeah, I was just saying different, yep, at the same time as you said that. Yeah, you're seeking different, something different. Because, yeah, I was just picking that up as well. You feel the need. You're just itching, scratching. You're ready to just find some new things, some new opportunities, something different.
Well, I'm glad that it comes through that I'm ready, because I'm not sure I am, but I do know that I'm not ready to go back to what used to be.
No, I think it's time for change, you know, something different. You're looking for new opportunities, new doors to open for you, I just feel that you've been through all this in your life, and now it's ready for some other things that you've kind of set aside or waited for. So kind of go back and look at some of the things that you talked about, dreamed about, thought about, you know, may even be several years back. But change is a good thing. It can be a little scary. It can be a little different. It can, you know, be a little difficult.
It can be a lot scary.
Exactly. Well, and I was just getting pictured jumping off a cliff, you know, kind of cliff diving. And as you said that, yeah, which is extremely scary, especially I don't like heights. So, yeah, you know, but it's that feeling. It's that if you do, what can happen, you know, and you're ready. You are just so ready. I know that you doubt it and you kind of wonder and you feel it at times, but at times you also know and you feel that as well. Now focus on that. Don't focus on the doubt and the not knowing. Focus on that you know and that it is right and that you are ready and that it is good. It's all good and that now is the time. And even if it's little bits at a time, because I get like bite off little chunks, it feels like it's too much to chew, too much at once. And so it's like bite off little pieces. It's a puzzle. Start putting them together and you're going to realize that it is your time. It's something that you've waited for a long time. You put others and other things in your life ahead, and now it's like calling to you. It's saying, hey, you know, this is the time, and life flies by. We keep putting up. And you know what I keep hearing is we're always waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for the right time. Well, we're always going to be waiting then, because that is one of the things that we use, or we say, or we think, and that it never feels quite right, like the right time, but it is. And so you got to just say, now is the right time. So don't let that hold you back, because it has me as well, that exact same thing, and countless times. But I've learned to not, and I still work with that at times and say, no, I am ready and it is happening. And focus on what you can do, because I also get, well, I'm not sure if I can do, or if I'm ready. You're ready and you can do, and do what you can do. Don't look at it as, hey, I got to do all this at once, or I got to tackle this, or I got to be perfect at this. Look at it as, hey, I'm going to take off little pieces, little bites, little chunks, and I'm going to do what I can do, and it's all going to fit together like a puzzle. So look at it as a puzzle that might be helpful in your way. Do a vision board that I feel might be also something good for you, and something to look at and to focus on, and put different things up on it. You have the confidence, you have the heart, you have the spirit. Just do it. I keep getting just do it. A lot of times we can hold ourselves back.
Great. Well, hey, thank you very much for the reading. Yeah. I heard a cricket a minute ago, so it's definitely time to move forward. But very much thank you for the reading, and I will definitely consider what you've had to say.
Great, wonderful, and thank you. And you know where to find me, so definitely. Thanks for calling in, and always love to help.
All right.
Great.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, now we're going to go get Mimi.
Oh,
hi, Mimi.
Hello, Kimber. Hello, Chris. Happy New Year to you all. First of all, I'm so glad I'm having a holiday today, so I just want to have a reading with Kimber.
All right.
So, hi, long time no talk. I'm so busy. Running errands, running around, running here and there like a yo-yo, okay? Well, first of all, I had a strange dream last night. I dreamt that my uncle, my mommy brother, who passed last year, called my name, Mimi, Trice. And then I woke up. Now, I want to know what's going on about that. This is the things that, I quite puzzled about.
Yeah. No. Dreaming, you get a lot of messages in your dreams, and it comes to you very often. And this is one that was just, it feels almost that something that you had been questioning and wondering, and you're getting an answer to what you were looking for. And going to come back to you again. There'll be another one. So keep open to that. Kind of prepare yourself and ask for it. Ask for a message. Ask for in your dreams that you would love to have a message.
Yeah, it's no message. I'm quite. I feel a little bit scared. I don't know what's going on. Because I seldom dream something like this.
Well, sometimes it can seem a little different or odd or scary and it doesn't make quite sense to us at the time. Yes. But later on, so if you take notes, especially now that it's fresh in your head and you remember, and keep a notepad by your bedside so that if and when, because you will have another one, and when you do, jot down the notes. No, I understand. I feel the fear, and I feel it's almost more than a fear. It's more of a just unknowing.
Yes.
And mystery and wonder, and so you're just more, it's more that, but then there's that slight fear, but it's not scary, like, scary, but yet it's scary, like, I just don't know, you know, and I feel that. I feel what you're feeling. I pick that up. So I understand that, and just know and be comfortable and understand that it's downloads, it's messages, it's things that are going to come to you. It's going to be helpful, and even if it seems odd, that's one thing I've learned throughout my life. Sometimes things can seem really odd or different or strange at the time, but later on down the line, or it may have a meaning for us or someone else. I know you also spend a lot of your time taking care of your mother, taking care of others, so that you pick up so many others' energy, hers included especially, but others, and so you have so much going on, and so it's hard to discern and hard to go, okay, let's see, because your mind's always going, and your emotions and your healing, because you're always healing.
Right.
I feel you're a very strong healer, and you give so much of yourself that sometimes fill your cup back up, because I just keep picturing an empty cup, like a teacup, and an empty and getting down there, and you need to refill. And sometimes I think you pick up a lot of other people's energy and other people's problems and issues and things, and not only when you're awake, but because you're always thinking, and I do this as well too, but I think you even dream about it, and about a lot of it, especially certain ones that you are really trying to help, and it concerns you, and so you focus.
And the other thing is about, so I hope this dream is not something like omen, and this is, how I feel. But now when you talk to me like this, I feel better, okay? So it's not something bad, okay?
Good,
so,
no.
And, and the other thing, I want to know about this year, 2017, regarding my career and everything. So what do you pick up?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kimber. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I'm definitely feeling much energy, growth, changes. I feel that you are stepping into a new path. It feels like you're going down another road. Some changes help. I feel that you need help. Someone's going to come in and help you. It feels almost like with your home situation and with healthcare maybe. I think and feel that you get a little bit overwhelmed and overworked. So you need some time off. And the career, I just see some new opportunities. Self-employment, I don't know if you've explored that, thought of that.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about, yes.
Good, because, yes, that is a very big yes. I get the self-employment. I get the you're looking into it, questioning, wondering, thinking about it. Yes. Do it.
Writing? Regarding writing?
In writing?
Yeah, regarding writing, the career, the things that you pick up, right?
Yes, because I do see you writing. I do see manually, also typing computer, but I see a lot of manual writing. I don't know if you prefer that or you like to do that, but I see a lot.
I prefer handwriting.
Yes, okay, because I see handwriting like crazy, and see me, but I see you do that all the time, and I just see it's like writing. Good. Yeah. That's wonderful.
So, do you think I will co-work with someone regarding writing?
Yeah, I do feel there is going to be someone that's going to help you with it. Ideas, someone that's going to help you to be like a muse.
A lady or man?
It's feeling more male energy. Because at first I was thinking lady and kind of picking up, but it almost feels more male energy. Yes, unless it's a masculine woman, which it could be. Not saying, what I'm saying.
True. Yeah,
it's just the energy that I pick up. Male.
And mommy is going to be okay?
Your niece going to be okay? Is that what you said?
Mom.
Your mom. Okay. Sorry, my phone. I don't know. Your mom. Yes, I do feel she's going to be okay. I do feel that some health issues, some working with. I feel that you do a lot of healing on her, and that's very helpful. I almost get like I'm picking up stonework. I'm seeing you either working with stones. You have stones around her, put them healing. They're very, very healing, very good. So put stones around her bed, around the table next to her bed. But also try heated stones. I think that's going to help. I feel she gets some pain, some...
Right, yes, on her back. But now she's kind of disassociated with most of her friends. The reason is because she want to have complete silent rest. And I know her friends, around 80s and 70s, and they are a little bit curious about her situation. But my mom would still like to keep private. Do you think her friend, will bother her too much? She's not yet 100% recovered. So I know she just like to keep herself to herself for the time being.
She does. She really wants peace and privacy and healing time. I get that big time. I feel that it's not that she doesn't love her friends and want to be around them. It's just she wants to be alone.
True. Yeah. But do you see her friend, will let her, be like that? No more,
I think you might have to kind of step in a little bit here and there and just kind of back them off a little bit because they love her and they care about her and they want to make sure she's okay.
I know. Yeah,
but,
I know. But yes?
She don't want it.
Yeah, she doesn't want it. And I don't think there will be any... Yeah, and I don't think there will be any kind of hidden agenda, regarding her friends. They have another purpose. No, I think these are old people, right? And another thing I never asked, but I'd like to ask about Kimber-Lee. How about my romance?
Yes, romance. Yes.
No romance, Chris.
I know, Chris is probably going, but the L word, yes, I see some love for you, but I see that you give so much love, and you're always so wrapped up in, I'm just saying, but you're always so wrapped in giving so much love that you don't spend as much time as you need to looking for it for yourself. But
nothing
you love life.
For myself, except my writing, nothing.
Yeah,
because now mommy is the first important priority in my life at the moment.
And you're so sweet and loving, and that you do that, and that is something that, and you know what I pick up and I feel and I understand is you feel that there's always time for you and that right now you got to help her, and that's more important than anything. And I think that you are so amazing and so sweet for doing that, and I completely understand that, and that is good what you do. And but also spend the time, take some time, and because it is going to be out there for you and it is going to happen, and what it is that you're wrapped up in that. I completely understand that. I've been there before. I totally understand, a different situation, but I know what you're feeling, and I feel it. But it's going to happen for you when you're ready and when the time and the male, it could be that male energy and the one that's going to end up helping you and with, because it feels almost like you're sitting around and talking about either a book or writing or something, and maybe that is the male that you're going to find that's going to help you with that, but also be a love interest, because I do feel that picking up for you this year. But also you got to do, as I said, and I completely understand, but do your work, do your part, and get out there, and because he's waiting for you, he's looking for you, and and you are such a catch, and you are an amazing person, and you have so much love to give, and you want to give it, and you just give it to so many right now, but the right one is going to be in your future, and I do think this is going to be a very good year. But just
thank you.
Keep open to it.
Kimber-Lee, that's another question. Last question. We are going to have some big construction done in some of our property. Do you think it will be done okay? And is my health good enough, to go and do all the invigilation? I mean, to go there and check.
Yeah.
Am I fit enough to go out, because I have to do lots of checking, to see if the workman is doing okay, and scaffolding and all this, So do you think I will find a good workman and a contractor to take care of the property?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. So health-wise, it should be okay, right?
Yeah, I feel that you're going to find the right one, and that's going to be the key, is finding the right one, the right contractor and the right person. And I get like 3 that you're going to look at, but you're going to pick the right one.
Yes, now 3. Exactly. Wow,
3.
Kimber, you're really accurate. Now it's 3 contractors that I'm going to choose. A, B, C. Now, C is my friend. Number A, number B is referred by someone. And we just talked to my friend yesterday. I call him number C. So we hope that we can do business with number C. But I mean, but I know he's busy, and I'm not so sure whether he can help, because he sounds quite honest, really. Yeah.
Yes, and I feel that's the one, and the one that you're drawn through, and C, because I was picking C. So good. Yes, that is the one.
Yes,
and
good.
The time-wise, he is very good, and so he is very busy, but I get like he's going to work even his own time or extra time,
because
overtime.
Yeah, I think it will be good, to ask Mr. C, my friend, to come and help, because he's so good, very responsible. See, I have my hands full. Mommy, work, and then construction. Oh, so many things to do in 2017. I hope I will be able to do it. But anyway, Kimber, thank you so much for your reading. And Chris, thank you so much. I missed you guys very much, because this is the only day I have my day off, okay? So I just want to say Happy New Year to you all, and keep up with the good show. All the best. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Love you. Love you. Thank you so much.
All the way from Hong Kong, it's Mimi. Hey, Corinne, unmute yourself. Corinne.
Hey,
are you ready? Are you ready?
Where did she go?
Corinne? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I thought you were going to unmute yourself. And you weren't unmuted.
I did unmute
No, you
myself.
didn't.
Okay. All right. I didn't. What else didn't I do? All right.
Oh, here we go. Do you want it alphabetically or? Anyway, carry on.
Okay, so Kimber, all right, everybody knows that I have a hard time letting go of love. So anyways, I guess just give me what you think, what you're thinking, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I get a lot of love with you. You hold so much inside, though. You give so much to so many. You put a lot into your work, and you do have a hard time letting go. I'm all about letting go, and I feel that it's hard work for you, which it is for me too. And it took me a lifetime of learning, you know. And I feel that a lot of times you have a hard time letting go, but it's because of your caring for others more so than yourself. So you tend to put others ahead of you and their feelings, and that's what holds you back from letting go. But you're a very strong woman, and you also know when you've had enough or when it is time to burn that bridge or let that person or that thing or that memory or whatever it is go. And that is because you have learned so much. You are so wise. You are a very old soul. It just feels like lifetimes after lifetimes. You've lived many, and that you've learned so much. And I feel that you do have romance coming in. You do have someone special and someone that is just perfect for you and waiting for you. And I do feel September, almost at spring you're going to meet someone, but it feels like it's going to pick up and get more serious in September, October. This year is going to be full of adventure, excitement, learning. You're always learning, though. You're a big believer in that, but teaching as well. And it almost feels I don't know if you're going to go somewhere to an educational something. If you're going to teach or almost poems, writings, books, something to do with that. And you're going to meet someone tall, dark, handsome. Almost
better.
Yeah, tall, dark, and handsome. Almost,
Kimber,
I'm getting
Kimber,
Italian. What was that?
I said, hopefully it's not Lucifer.
No, it's Italian. He's Italian. He feels, or he looks that way. Argentinian, or is that how they say that?
Argentinian.
Yeah, maybe that. Very handsome, or Italian, dark eyes, dark. Yes, tall, muscular, very just very charming. Your spark right away. When you meet him, you're going to know, you're going to feel him from another room before you even actually see him. You're going to feel him. And I know that feeling, and I've been there, and so you're going to feel him. So you're going to know. You're going to be drawn to where it's going to be, where you'll meet them. So when you start, if you start to feel that you need to go somewhere, you need to be somewhere, or there's a event, because it just feels like an important event. I just picture other people and things around. Dress up very nice, very sexy dress, very beautiful dress. You're so beautiful. Just work it. And as I tell Benny, buy them panties. Even if they're not for exactly that night, they're for you, to make you feel that special and feel good. But eventually, they're going to be for that night, because I feel that as well. It's going to be a fun
I
year.
feel like if I'm going to buy special panties that make me feel good, they're not going to be sexy. They're going to be granny panties, because
Oh, see, well, hey, whatever works for you. See, mine are super naughty, so. But hey, whatever you like, whatever makes you feel good, that's what counts. That's what's important. Right. But I just feel, just be you. Go out there and just, because you shine, and especially when you're feeling it. So, and there's going to be this event, this great opportunity, and you're going to know it, because you do have a very strong psychic and intuition, and you have so much, and you're growing into it, and you're learning, and you're experiencing much, and this is going to be a huge year for that as well, and much coming ahead. But the romance is going to blossom, and he's also going to be very spiritual, and he's going to be into all that, and he's going to love to see you grow and experience and learn, and he's going to help you along with that. He's going to be a very good match, both, spiritual, sexual, just the connection, the vibe, the intimacy, just all around, the connection. It's going to be very, very good. And so keep open to that. Keep aware of it, because it's a coming. So be ready. It'll be good.
You don't know where I might meet him, right? Or do you? You said an event.
Yeah, it's just a big event. I see you very dressed up, white dress, maybe gold accents, very body forming, because you have a shape. You have just you can work it, and you need to work it, and you want to work it, and you're going to just really feel that excitement, and you're going to feel them there, and you're going to really get into dressing up, and you're just going to know that this event's going to be something special. And so go with it, and, because you'll know. And as I said, you're going to feel them before you even get in. It seems like just a very beautiful place, and a lot of people, and I picture you there, and him coming up to you, asking you to dance or something. There's going to be music, but he's going to make the first step. He's going to be watching you, and from afar, and you're going to have that feeling. And I know you can be that way, and you will if you need to, but he's actually going to come make the first connection, the first step. And okay. I just feel him being really romantic, and I don't know if it's going to be at that time, but I see him kissing your hand, which is very sweet. He's
I love that.
Yes, I see him, grabbing your hand, kissing your hand. He's very sweet. He's the kind that will open doors for you and just, cherish you and be very good to you, and also a good lover, just so you know. So, which is, yay, that's all good, right?
Well,
but, yeah. So watch for that tall, dark, and it feels more Italian or Argentinian. See, for me, it'd be Native American, but for you, it's. I just really feel that he's going to be that just Italian, just maybe both Italian and Argentinian, because for some reason either he's going to be from or have a connection with Argentina or have some in him, because there's something to do with that too as well. Yeah, it's going to be a very good romance, and it feels very long-term, very, very much opportunities, possibilities. So, and you also need to let go of what was, is what I get. Let go of what was to make room for what will be. Is what I hear. Let go of what was to make room for what will be. So there's someone in the past or something or someone that you are done, but you need to be completely done. You need to let go in that way, even if it's not completely, but you need to cut cords, cut ties. I have a bone knife, and I'm seeing the knife just cutting the cord. So there's a cord that needs to be cut to move on, to move forward. And don't look at it as a bad, or that you, because see, as I was saying earlier, don't look at it as a bad thing or feel bad about it, because sometimes there's those things in it, even if it's not completely, and at times it needs to be completely, but even if it's not, look at it as cutting the cord and letting that go to make room for the next and the new. So, and I don't feel it's something that you're interested in. I feel it's something you're done with, but something that's hanging on to you and holding you back. So don't let it no more. Be ready to move on. Be ready for this next. And as I said, watch for events. Pay attention to your calendar. Anything you get invited to, especially if you have a strong feeling, go for it. But it's going to be a big event, and watch for them. You're going to feel them, though. You're going to know. You're going to physically feel them, but you're going to also feel them in your heart. And so I see that being a very good romance. I see work-wise, finance, a lot of good things this year. 2017 is going to be good. You've been through a lot of rough. Last year was a very difficult one, a very hard one. It took its toll, and you're ready for new, and it's so much like energy, different energy, good energy. It's like a tumbleweed, like a whirlwind of a bunch of good and a bunch of positive energy. So be open to it, let it happen. And I see you looking into a mirror. Maybe it's to help you let go. Looking into a mirror, talking and saying things, and just, I don't know if you're talking to spirit, you're talking to someone, but you're looking into a mirror, and you're letting things go, and so that is something that I think is going to help you. So maybe if you do that, and I don't know if you work with a black mirror. I've talked about a black mirror before, and if not, we can talk about that sometime. But I think that would be very helpful for you too, and to kind of connect with you. It's a really good way to do it, and it's an easy way, and it's something that you create, make your own, and work with it. But I think it's going to help you also to connect with spirits and to work with your mediumship, which you're going to grow into much, much more over the next couple of years, the next few years. But this year's going to be very strong for that. Be open to spirit, let them in, know that you have it. You have so many abilities. Work with them, learn them, and do what's right. Don't feel that there's no set way. We all have our own individual ways. We learn little bits and pieces here and there, and then we put it together and we do what's right for us and how it's right. So don't feel that you have to fit into a box, fit into a certain way or into a certain puzzle. Take what is needed. Learn from many, because you will, and you'll have many, many teachers. But take it out and then make it your own. Do what because you are just an amazing, strong woman, a very strong spirit. And you have so much to offer, so much to give, and I just see you really excelling. And this year is going to be strong, many years to come. So a lot of good. You've went through so much. You've done your hard work, and now it's time to pay off. Some good things for you. So, and that romance is coming. So be open to that. Let go of what was. Make room for what is. Keep, even if you write that down and you look at it here and there, just to remind yourself.
Yeah.
That might help. I do that, And as a matter of fact, Chris might laugh, but her old, when she said long time ago about using a stop sign, and I use that one. I learned that one from her, and I look and I do that so often. I've learned so much from her. But that is one that I picked up and I use, and I picture a stop sign at times. And I find it very helpful. So it can be little things and just little reminders, even if it's a little ribbon on your finger, to whatever it is. But stay strong and realize that you have so much to give and you're ready for it. And don't doubt yourself, because I feel almost you doubt your magic. Don't doubt your magic, because you are a very magical woman. You come from a long line of it, and use that. Welcome them in, because I see generations of much magic, and I don't know if you've ever looked into it, but I feel there's you have witch relatives.
Yeah,
May we say, very strong. And Salem keeps coming up. Certain places you need Salem. I don't know the name, the place. Salem comes up. So, and then I picture a black cat.
Well, I've been to Salem many times,
Okay, there's a connection there with you.
Yeah, because when I was little, we lived near Boston, or near Salem when I was little, and we went to the Witch Museum one time, and I just remember being completely fascinated with the whole museum. There's a red circle that's lit up on the floor, and they do a mock trial of the witchcraft trials. And I just remember being like totally taken with it. And I did I think I was in second grade or something. I did my book report on witchcraft, and I think the teacher was like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It was like, but anyway, like, I've always been into the witchcraft,
Yes, you were drawn to it, and that's because you're magic and you have it, and you have abilities, and you have, as I said, come from generations of that. It'd be so interesting to do a search or to find out, because I just feel there's a lot in your history, and that a lot of it's carried over, and a lot of it's inside you, and that's why you've also been drawn to that. So work your magic. That's good. That's wonderful. That is a amazing, beautiful thing to do. So definitely. I just feel I see you looking into books, online learning, connecting with the right people. Study magic, certain healing herbs and stuff too I pick up, but magic, candle magic, mirror magic.
I know. Well, as you're saying this, Kimber, I'm not trying to be mean, but I've studied this stuff for years and years, I mean,
yeah.
You're talking about scrying earlier. I know that I'm not trying to appear cocky, but it's like, I know this, chapter and verse. I've known this stuff for years, So, I do try to work my magic. However,
Yes.
sometimes my magic doesn't work the way I wanted to. But anyways.
Well, yeah, no. And when I say I pick up that you have these amazing abilities, and when I say work with it and learn it, I feel that you have and you do, but I just feel that you have so much to offer and so much to give, and that, we're always learning. So I don't mean it by that, because I know you know so much already.
You don't know everything, Corinne, so go
but what I mean is that, you're always learning, and you're always teaching as well what you learn. But no, I know you are. What I mean is you have so much of the talent. You have it in you. And I just feel that you're just going to be learning more and giving more and just doing so much more with it, and that you have so much with everything that you do already. So I just think it's amazing, because you have so many different gifts, and you have shared them for so very long. But as I said, you just have that capacity to learn, and that will, and you're always like picking. You look through and you grab. You want to learn more and more. So I just see it being a big year of that, is what I meant by it. So,
I didn't mean to insult you, Kimber. I wasn't trying to say that. I was just, you know what? Chris is right in a way about. It's like sometimes people will be like, well, have you ever blah, blah, blah? And I'll be like, I'll feel insulted, but that's my ego saying, fuck you, did I read that book? Yeah, I read that book. You know what I mean? Like something like that. And I know that is like holding on to my ego and saying, oh, well, I have to prove to you what I know. Well, guess what, bitch? Sit down and shut up. And I have to learn that lesson. You know what I mean?
No, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's just sometimes I.
Don't for out of that now, geez.
Well, and the thing is, I get so much.
Give me a minute.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry.
Not to say that a person doesn't know, and if you studied all that stuff 10 years ago, there's so much more that you've forgotten, and there's so much more that's out there to learn, and if you were so good at magic, then your spells would work. So you did something wrong, you know what I mean? But no, I think that's a good point.
My spells are working.
What's that?
How do you know my spells?
Well, because A, I'm highly psychic. Not. And B, because A, you already B subclause I, you told me about a spell that you cast that didn't seem to go too well.
Well, it's still working though. It's still friggin' working. Unfortunately, I didn't know how to reverse it.
It's not working to your advantage, and so that's a misuse of magic right there. It's a misuse of magic, and it screwed you.
I was a teenager. I couldn't help it.
Right, and that's when you knew everything about it then too, right?
No, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that at 19, but I get your point.
No, I'm teasing you. But no, listen. There's a lot of us that know a little bit about a lot of topics, but not one of us is an expert in any one of those topics. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And sometimes even if somebody says, like, read a book and you read it, maybe it's like sometimes books are like movies, and like you see something new every time, or you catch something, or you remember something that didn't register the first time, or that you forgot, or so sometimes there might be a darn good reason to go and pick the book up and do it again. Of course, that wouldn't be me because I don't read, but and of course, everybody that doesn't read is stupid or something. But
well, I didn't say that. I didn't say
I
that.
can't remember the word you used. I can't remember the word you used. But you didn't have a high respect for anybody that doesn't read all the time.
Well, I mean, if you're not reading, at least be perhaps listening to things that you want to learn more about. I can't understand people that don't have any interest in learning about anything. I don't understand that.
I'm glad you said it that way, because you can't equate somebody doesn't read a book a week to that person doesn't want to learn, and these days there's so much available, online, and it used to be that you had to have the whole volume of encyclopedias and blah blah blah, and or go to the library and check books out and all that kind of stuff if you wanted to study and research something. But, you don't have to do it that way anymore. And, sometimes just like a book of a literary work of art. I remember I took this, the Jeopardy has a sort of like a qualifying practice test or something on their site.
Yeah.
And I would do really good in a lot of the subjects, but certainly not in literature. And when I was coming up to those ones, I'm all like, I bet you Corrine knows this one. You know what I mean? I bet you Corrine knows that one. And, but then there might be some subject areas that you wouldn't be as good at. You know what I mean? And so we all kind of have, and that's the beauty of a group of people who are diverse, is that we all can learn a little bit from, what I know about, I can share, and what you know about you can share, and I think that's a dynamic group setting. You know what I mean? It's so great, in my opinion, when you have 10 people in a group that all have the same level of knowledge on the same topic or something.
Right.
What you may as well just talk to yourself then, And
exactly.
so I love diversity, and some people simply don't read, not because they have a lack of a desire to learn, but like some of us just can't sit still and keep our concentration into a book,
Right.
I see a shiny thing, or we hear, there's too much going on in our mind, too much going on in the mind. And so reading isn't going to be the way it happens for me. And so, I would be more of a experiential learner. And I always have thought, and I suppose that's because it's my style of learning, that, what I learn through doing, I also retain better. You know what I mean? Than if I blitz through a book. You know what I mean? I've read the book. I've never been the kind of person that can remember, nor did I care who the author was or anything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I ever remember the name of an author of a book, it's quite by accident. Quite by accident.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
But if I love a book, I'll remember the author. You know what I mean? If I didn't like the book, I don't bother to remember.
Same with a movie. Like, I've never cared who the producer, the director, and half the time even who the actors are. Like, someone says, did you ever see such a movie? I'm all like, you might have to tell me what the plot was, and then I might remember if I did or didn't, I don't know what it is about me, but I don't pay attention to that. Because I'm more into, because in almost every show or movie, there's something to learn or observe.
Totally. Yeah.
And so even in the dumbest movie or whatever, perhaps, you know what I mean? Like, there's still, like me, I love the human behavior, the psychology of things, you know what I mean? And so that would be more or less what I would be more paying attention to than who the illustrator was or who the, whatever.
Right.
Anyway, are you done with the reading, guys? Yeah?
Did you have any other questions or no?
No, that was nice to hear that, that I might have a good year finally. So
Yay. No, it'll be good. It will, definitely. No, I was just going to say my favorite book was my first dirty novel.
What was
that I read when I was young. And I read it many times. It was called Nakoa's Woman.
What is it
called?
Nakoa's Woman.
Oh, my God.
I know, it was, too. It was like, oh, my God, this is so good. I couldn't put it down.
I never heard of it. Kimber, who wrote it?
I don't know, but I've read it many times. And it is so good. It was my first really... Yeah, because I was young and it was the first dirty novel I read and I couldn't put it down. It was so dirty and so good. And I was like, oh, this is my favorite book. And it pretty much has been since, so...
Okay, I'm just going to end the recording part of this, and then we'll see if we're going to continue on at all. But I want to thank all the archive listeners for listening in. Tomorrow, Dr. Ida Green is here. We might just have an hour-long show. Those have been shorter shows with Dr. Ida, and generally people aren't calling in for readings and stuff with her. So it may just be a quick show tomorrow. Monday, Michael John Fierro is in, numerologist, be talking about what's coming up in 2017. Melissa Bruce, the astrologer, is here Tuesday, heavy metal psychic, and Kathleen Moore next Wednesday, Thursday. Jen Young and Alicia will be interviewing Jen Young on Thursday, and Friday is Selva. So that's what's coming up. A week from tonight is Yvette. I can hardly wait. It's been a while, so I'm looking forward to Yvette being on as well. So I'm going to end the archive recording now.